I mean, first panel in ComicCon in that's a big deal.
Yeah.
It was 20 years in the making.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, our 19th anniversary didn't get that.
No one cared about the 19th anniversary.
But I don't know. That's actually not true. That's not true.
How, like, talk about feeling that energy. There's nothing like it.
I get nervous. I don't know about anybody else. It's kind of like it's like right before you get on stage kind of thing. It's like just leading up to it, and then once I'm like up there, it's a little bit fine, but it's just crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy kind of feeling the energy, especially if you're a theater person. I mean, a lot of us have done theater and stuff before. Right. So it's kind of you're feeling everyone's like, we're ready to watch you, whatever you do. And you're like, okay, great, awesome, I can do this.
But we were in excellent hands. We brought in a ringer. Yes. Janet wasn't in.
Yes.
It's the voice of Korra.
Oh my gosh.
Weaseled my way into this family.
She orchestrated that whole panel.
Yes.
Had everything down
so
to
organized
the minute to the second and make sure everyone was featured.
Yes.
Had these beautiful scenes that we did.
Yep.
I mean, she is
I
the avatar. She is an avatar.
I was asked. I didn't like show up.
I know, but
like,
you did all the work.
Yeah.
You did all the work.
You want to pay. Look at these people.
You want to be
do it
respectful.
right.
This is so meaningful for people. It's gone on for so long. It's such a big part of people's lives. I mean, does anybody watch even the live action? Kind of as a fan? And like, because it's so cool.
I got emotional watching the live action. When they did the bit with like the intro where they had Gran kind of like paraphrase the intro, like I was like, oh man, I got chills. And I'm like typically not the one to get emotional during film and TV. Like I can watch.
Yeah, dude, make sure they know that.
Tough guy.
What I mean to say is I'm so
some dude here watching it. I'm the avatar.
But when Greg
checking this out, all right?
but I like it brought me there. It really brought me there. And I'm excited for the next couple.
And it's been so fun to see that cast also knows how lucky they are and they appreciate it so much. Like everyone, as the world expands, we've never met anybody who gets to be part of the Avatarverse who isn't like, how is this happening? How do I get to do this?
Right.
It's so beloved.
Well, and that's kind of why, the podcast, like Braving the Elements is so cool. It like brings everyone together. But like, how did you nerd out? I'm going to look straight at you.
How'd I nerd out about
Like, have you ever found yourself like, oh my God, I am standing in front of blank?
Fill in the blank.
Oh, yeah. I'm in the studio one day doing this cartoon that I'm like, it's not what it is today. It's a great cartoon. And then the director, legendary Andrea Romano, goes, Mark's coming to play your dad today. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just standing in the theater. I'm in the booth. And then the door opens by itself. And there's a man in all black. I swear. He's all black. And it was like mist rolled in or something. And I was like,
just get AC at the Nick studio.
yeah, I was just like, in my mind, I was like, that's Mark Hamill. And then he just like floats in on the mist. And then we do this scene we're doing, and he plays Ozai, and I'm like, he's yelling at me, and I'm like, Father, no. He scars me. We're doing this whole thing. I'm like, what's happening? And then we do this scene, and then he like floats out. And then I'm like, I just did the Vader Luke scene with Mark Hamill.
Yeah, you did.
But I'm Luke and he's Vader. It was a weird dream. It's still in my.
No, I checked though. It is in the show. That wasn't
It
just.
is. It happened.
Was
It
it?
did
Yeah, they
happen.
did that really. That was
he really scarred me.
So what was the biggest reveal of the panels? Like for people who haven't been able, they haven't seen it yet, they haven't read a story. What were you excited to sort of propel people into?
Well, when Brian told me that we were going to be able to show an image from Seven Havens, that definitely was a huge deal. And I didn't even know necessarily that we were going to hear more, that we were going to hear character names, and that we were going to, of course, I'm the nerd that was like, I need to hear more about that hybrid animal. What is it a hybrid animal of?
You're hosting the panel, please.
I know. And then I was like, I could ask whatever I want. Woo!
How does it end?
And it's beautiful. And it's just such beautiful. And Jennie was talking about this earlier. Like the fact that it is part of the universe, but it is its own beautiful new piece of art that they are so proud of. And that's part of it. It's just knowing that it's going to be its own perfect thing. People are losing their minds. Like everybody's trying to, as you do with fandom.
There's
people
already
are picking apart. Like, what could this mean? I wonder what those crystals are. I wonder what that.
Yeah, there's already fan theories circulating on Reddit and the internet as a whole based on one image.
She has a peg
Yeah.
leg.
We've got a dedicated.
I
fan.
know.
She has a peg leg.
How did it happen?
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
It's
Are
gonna
there
be a lot
pirates?
to unpack.
What's happening?
Are there?
Oh,
there.
Oh,
We
wow.
kill pirates.
Oh.
We stole some stuff from pirates.
Don't
Scrolls.
steal-
Yeah.
you did,
Yeah.
you did.
Pirates play an
Not
important role in
advisable, not
Kyoshi's.
advisable.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting the vibe just sitting here from you. I'm lit up like a pinball machine.
Yeah.
And I feel like Sokka's one of those characters, right? That like has that vibe, is so funny, is really beloved by people for that reason. Can you talk about like, was that something that sort of originated in the script, or is that why you were cast? Like, is that you bringing that?
They Mike and Brian have said that they had like there were going to be jokes, right? But I think like they pushed it much more as a comedic character once I got in there. Yeah. I read the pilot and he was very like stubborn and grumpy, and I was like if that's not funny, that could get annoying.
Oh yeah.
So I was like trying to make sure we leaned in there, and then they ran with it and wrote so many fantastic comedic scenes and jokes.
And he was like a kid star. We were doing the show. I was like, oh, he's a Nick star. He's all that. He's like that Jackson. He's like a kid. He's one of them. he's the funny kid star guy. He's in there for the show with us.
But that's also a testament to like, I don't know, the importance of just like playing. I'm just a little insert for any creatives and actors. Play with the audition, play with the character. If you feel gravitated towards something, do it, because like we wouldn't have our Sokka if he wasn't like, this needs to be more fun. And if you just take those little inklings, those little gut feelings when you're like, I kind of want to do this instead. Play with it, and then that's when beautiful stuff happens.
Well,
you know?
you also partially inspired Toph. Just you.
That's
being
right, that's
you.
right.
Yeah.
That's where I was
Yeah.
gonna go
I'm
with
so
it.
sorry.
Oh
I'm
my
so
God.
sorry.
Just in sync.
Just do my
In
job.
sync.
Just
Interviewing ourselves.
You can take a break. You can take a break. Yeah.
It's pinballing. We're pinballing. You said it, Gray.
Because that's another thing too, is like when all of these characters have ended up being so ingrained into fans. But again, like, what did you find came out in your performance?
So I was 12 and 13 when I was doing season 2 and season 3 respectively, and it's just so
Jesus,
crazy.
this has been a long time that
Yes,
we've loved
Yes.
this.
we're old.
It's awesome.
But we're not. But
It's
we are.
so
But we're not.
awesome.
It's so
You're still
strange.
21.
You're 17.
Some of us were old when we were doing the show.
But yeah, I mean, talking to like Mike and Brian and John Carlo, one of the directors, afterwards, I didn't know like the backstory of this, but I came into Voice Mang season 1, and they were thinking about making Toph like a female instead of more of like a Bolin kind of bro-y character. And apparently they were just like, hey, this is like Michaela girl, her energy, I feel like we should have her read for Toph. And I mean, I love good writing, because if there's good writing, I audition better. Yeah, and I think I'm very grateful, but like my resume is like cute and like it's not crazy long. I haven't been in like 600 things, but they're all really well written, and I think that's because I auditioned so much better because I had a good script. And so whenever I was sending in Toph stuff, it was just the blind bandit scene, just her against the boulder, but like that's just that scene. That's the audition scene. And I just came in and I was like, heck yeah, let's beat this guy, and it worked. So I don't know, it was
Side
just a
note,
lot
if
of
you ever
fun.
see me bad in anything, it's the bad writing.
Word.
Wasn't you?
Just side note,
Just
if you
the
ever see
writing.
me bad in
Just
anything,
the
believe
writing.
me, the writing was horrible.
Well, the parts you didn't get were because the writing was bad.
I mean,
that's
yeah.
why.
totally.
Yeah.
Don't look at those.
That's the only reason I don't book things. It's
It's the writing, guys.
it's just the writing.
But Gray, as you're saying all this, and I'm thinking about like, Sokka has to, the person who's playing Sokka has to make you want him to get better about his idea about women, and like and Toph being stubborn, she still has to be likable, like, because these characters are complex and so well written. You need performers who are going to, Zuko, give you that likability that's always underneath, where you're like, I can't believe he just said that. I still love him.
Rooting
I'm
for
going
him,
to give
though.
him a chance to
Come
like
on.
that. You know what I mean?
Come on.
And
that's
that's
so
good folks
key
in the
to a
Fire
great
Nation.
character.
That's you
I
too.
totally
Performance.
agree.
There's some good folks in the Fire
It's also what makes me appreciate voiceover actors specifically, because it's a tough racket, and it's about creating something. So rarely, you don't really want to just be sitting there doing your own voice and you're phoning it in. You want to be creating something.
When you say doing your own voice,
when you say do your
But I mean like
No, I got you.
acting it and living
Yes.
it. That's what I mean.
But I do think it's not a coincidence that so many of us were using essentially our or something quite close to our own voices. I do think they were.
It feels
casting our
zhuzhed.
accents into- They were but then we certainly
Yeah.
zhuzhed.
Acting.
it's very theatrical.
actors
It's
after
kind
all.
of like it's
I'm looking at
stage acting in a booth, you know, because like you kind of just take your feelings and you just amplify them a little bit just through
Right.
your voice.
The thing about when you're voice acting, like it's we do both. We're on camera actors and we voice act.
Right.
And when you hit that certain pitch in the scene, on camera or in the booth, it feels the same. And that's the thing that people don't understand. Like when you're telling a story, it feels the same. Like there's a certain echo in truth, where it's like it's there. And then when you feel it, we all feel it. It's like, oh, and it happens in theater, it happens in film, and it happens in the booth. And so that's one of the misnomers sometimes people think about voice acting. It's just we also happen to share that performance with the amazing artists that draw it on the other side. And so it becomes this incredibly collaborative experience.
Right. And what I've learned is acting is acting. Like Dante is saying, it's like you could go from TV to film to voiceover. And if your intention is there, the thing with voiceover, though, that's much more difficult is that you have one sense taken away. So you have to be able to communicate whatever the storyline is, whatever the character arc is, in a way that can be translated through a microphone and through the animation. So, you know, when people come up and say, what do I have to do to become a good voice actor? I could do 15 voices. Great. Can you act?
Can you act?
Can you deliver?
Jenny's
Can you
giving
deliver?
energy.
Can you know the intention?
Little assertive there, Jenny.
I'm just saying.
That's how she is to the
just saying.
7-year-old in her line who just wanted to talk
Damn.
about voice
Listen,
acting.
kid.
Can you act?
Can you act?
Can you act?
And then you hand over some pages of sides, and you're like, show me.
Let's see it.
Wow
see
me.
what you can
Wow
do.
me.
You found
You know, I mean, Jenny, this might be an interesting time to ask you, like, if the same 7-year-old child approached you and they were like, yeah, Kyoshi Warriors.
Of course.
What would you say? Would you be like, I can't tell you anything. Get out of here.
Oh, no. I mean, you know, you approach each person differently, right?
Yeah,
So-
of course.
Yes. So
I mean, and fans, like, really want this spinoff,
they want the spin-off of...
They've
Yes,
been waiting
please.
a long time for it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're ready. We're
Okay.
ready.
All right. Everybody's ready.
We're
and
ready.
as we unleash you back on the hallways of ComicCon, will you please go around the horn and just tell me, what is it that you nerd out over? Is it like a TV show, a movie? Is it even like a hobby? What is your nerd?
Advanced baseball metrics.
These two. These
Noise.
two. Advanced.
Baseball metric.
That's
Advanced.
yeah.
advanced.
Yeah.
Oh, ABM?
It's advanced.
ABMs. Yes, acronym. You know, acronym.
F-War, B-War.
All right. Thanks a lot, Moneyball. Next.
Yeah.
Buddy ball.
Baseball, pro wrestling, and Song of Ice and Fire are my
Oh, Song of Ice and Fire. You tucked that
Nice.
in underneath.
Yeah. And I'm not calling it Game of Thrones because I want you to know that I read the books and I mostly care about the Dunk and Egg novellas.
Understood.
Okay, that's important.
What about you?
I love all, you know, the stuff. Like I saw someone's bag the other day and it was Hello Kitty. And he's like, where'd you get that? She's like, I didn't get that here. But I was like, okay, but do they have them here? You know, I like all the chibi things and I like the artist alley and what people create and the different artwork. And of course, I love the cosplay.
So good. It's the best cosplay. Nerd.
I'm nerding out. Yeah, I'm nerding out. I feel like it's probably happening right now, but I'm nerding out over a friend of the show, of Braving the Elements, and person who has worked in the Avatar verse extensively. McGizzy Pensano is one of the executive producers of the new Noah Hawley Alien series, and I think they're doing the premiere right now. And then there's like
Awesome.
an official other premiere in London.
Yes.
But I'm about to I might jump into one of their suitcases because if I can't see it here, like I'm so amazed at how they've grown that franchise, which is like to me seriously the scariest monster of all time.
Just-
Like, you can't beat the xenomorph.
Every
it's so
time.
scary.
It's cool and terrifying at the same
Yeah.
time. It's very strange.
Right. It's amazing how much is there when you're sort of considering the first few movies. It was like, oh, this is what it is. It's like, no, it's decades
yeah.
later and there's still cool stuff.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
a good
I
one.
wrote like a 10-page essay on the Alien movies in college for
did?
a
I wanna read it.
project.
Nice.
I must read it.
What was
I
your
must read it.
thesis?
Oh, the thesis was a script, and so that was for just an essay for like a film class. But,
Rad.
yeah.
Okay.
Nerd.
Yeah. Nerd.
My answer's a little boring, but I don't know. I just like
We'll be the judge
late
of that.
20s, early 30s. I'm obsessed with like trying to be like the best person I can be every day. So I'm constantly like analyzing my family dynamics and then like trickle downs from my grandparents and my mom and how she treats herself and how I treat myself and how I treat my friends and how I communicate. And it's a little bit much because it's like all day. And I'm just like, okay, hold on, because I want to be this kind of person. And like, what am I currently doing? And can I try to catch these little moments where I'm not being this great person? But it takes just a lot of time. But that's a lot of my time right now. Honestly.
I really relate
So-
to that, and I'm happy that you said it because I feel like that's something that our world could really use more of, and I applaud being self-aware because sometimes that's a bumpy ride.
It's not easy. It's
Everything
hard.
but
is
it
a lot
helps
right
your
now.
performance
Yeah.
as well.
Everything is a lot
Because
right
Everything is a lot.
you have to have empathy for everyone that you try to do justice to as a performer.
We need some advanced Moneyball statistics on family.
Guys, I can not tell you how much we don't need that right now.
We need ABM. We need a lot of ABM right now.
Generational trauma plus.
Yay!
No, I'm a cinemaphile. I have a thing. We do Monday Cinema Club. Me and my wife talk about movies every week, especially 70s auteur films. I love hip hop. Very nerd out about that. Specifically 90s hip hop. A golden era. Lately been into my watch game. Heavy luxury watches, but also I'm really a sentimental watch collector. All my favorite swatches from
Yeah,
Aw.
my friend.
my junior high years, and
A little bit
I
like
love
Chris Walken
thrifting.
in Pulp Fiction. No,
Yeah,
just
a
kidding.
Do you
I mean,
thrift
that's
as
a very
well?
collectible.
Do you thrift as well?
Same
Like
place.
antiquing
Your-
your yeah.
One of a kind, truly.
One of a kind.
It's so great to have you here. Thanks for sharing
Thank
all
you so
this.
much for having
and I'm
us.
so excited that everybody had such a great time at the panel because
It was a great panel.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, y'all.